All right, Troy Weaver and Detroit Pistons signed Sirvydis, hopefully I'm saying his name right, to a 3-year deal. He was a guy from Lithuania we drafted a couple years ago that we all thought wasn't going to come here. I think he signed a deal over there in Israel. But Deividas, hopefully I'm saying his name right, and I seen somebody share that shit on Twitter. Hey, man, he shot like he got a jumper. But let's talk about him. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. So you just talking about the guys you got on this team that's marksman shooting the ball. You talking about Malachi and Sirvydis. They can shoot the ball. All right, so the Pistons definitely got some guys that potentially can really grow into some roles. Not everybody gonna be, Stackhouse or, Grant Hill or, Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars for the Pistons, or Dave Beam, or I forget the other guy I meant to mention. But nobody gonna beat that every time. But some guys can find a role, and to be honest, he can shoot the rock. I mean, ain't no translation. His jumper don't have a hitch in it, or like he gonna be able to sit on the wing and shoot. The question is he big enough and strong enough to guard the 2s and the 3s of today? And he got to get stronger, but he can shoot it. He seemed confident, with signing a 3-year deal, and that's where the league going, is with shooters. If you can shoot the ball, and I've been some guys that came over here that could shoot, but really ain't been able to get no playing time, like Mario Hazonia. I mean, I think he a good player, but he ain't really been able to find his niche. But yeah, I seen him shot like I can play a little bit, can dribble, can shoot. You got the other kids you got from Musa from Brooklyn. So you kind of got a few guys that let me go this way. My bad. Forget about the construction that they're going. But yeah, you got some guys like Musa, whatever his name is, and Deividas. You got some guys that kind of can play the same positions. This kind of international team. Look at it. You got Killian, which I don't think much of him. He for France. Diambo for France. Amalam's on they own one for sure. I ain't gonna put y'all license plate out there. But yeah, you got some guys, and that like Sirvydis, like you got some guys that really be able to kind of play that wing in that 3-4-2 position. And really, you got to understand the Pistons ain't trying to win right now. They really trying to get up there and get a top pick. And that's okay with me. You look at this roster, we're going to go live for some Pistons tonight, God willing. You can see Deividas, Musa, whoever his name is, we got from Brooklyn, Malachi, all international players that's probably going to make the team. And then you say Killian, Diambo, both from France. So right there, 5 of your players are international players. I can't remember who all on the team. You got, then you got Jeremy Grant, you got Plumlee, you got Blake Griffin, Derrick Rose. I be forgetting some of the guys they got. But, this ain't a team that's going to win right now. So hopefully people don't have the expectations up. This team winning 40, 50, whatever many games they win this season or next season. This is a team that's trying to get in position, get another high draft pick, develop some guys. And if they can develop the guys they got, and Diambo can step up, and then you get Killian probably can do something. It could be a good team, but then again, we got to wait and see. Could be a whole bunch of nothing. When you're doing a rebuild, you got to be able to hit on draft picks when you're in Detroit, Indiana, shit, even Chicago. Without them drafting Jordan, Chicago has no history at all. Chicago Bulls, they might even end up moving to Tennessee or some shit like that. North Dakota without Jordan. So you got to be able to draft. When you live in markets that ain't LA, Boston, you got to be able to draft. The Pistons messed up their trajectory by not taking Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Carmelo Anthony. You add them to what they got now, they maybe you sustain that. The reason the Pistons, boy, I can't believe she stopped at that light. The reason the Pistons ain't had longevity like the Spurs did, and I got to do a video on the Spurs on my other channel. Check it out, Goodfellas Sports TV 2.0. I forgot, it just clicked in my head. I'm going to do that video about how Tim Duncan didn't want Tony Parker. But, you look at the team, man. You look at that Piston team. If they drafted better, it would have been longevity. You couldn't recreate that storm where you trade Ben and paid Chucky Atkins for Ben Wallace, and you can't recreate that storm. A team with long-term success that's not in a major city or a major team, they got to draft well. And the reason Pat Riley sustained success in Miami, for the most part, you got to draft well. you got to get the Bams. You know, once you get the Bams and, you know, you get the Tyler Heroes, I mean, you got to draft well. And to me, drafting is just, I mean, having a good veteran locker room and having a good, you know, having a good, how can I put it? Having a good, stable structure around young players, you know, is important. Very important on how they gonna grow and stuff of that nature. So, you know, I think the Pistons got to draft better. Y'all like they draft this year? Y'all know I like Sadiq Bey, and I grew to like these in Dearborn. You can't drive and they can't park. I'm telling you, bruh, it's a natural fact in Dearborn. They can't drive and they can't park. Everybody all parking fucked up in Dearborn. Come on, Dearborn, we got to do better. Got to do better. Yeah, I'm one of them dudes that back in most of the time, man. They end up being your best bet if you need a jump or somebody got to come tow the car. Best bet is the back end. But, you know, this team, I think, got to draft better. You know, hopefully Killian is good. You know, I don't see it, but I think Isaiah Stewart is a Piston. I think Sadiq Bey is the perfect fit in the Pistons. But, you know, if those two picks pop off, you know, we're going to forget him for the Killian pick. But if Killian pop off, you know, if they all three don't do shit, then I don't know what to say. But, I mean, I guess Killian wanted to be here, you know, does amount to something. So I ain't mad. You know, anybody want to be here, you know, he's 19, so he ain't a finished product. But, you know, then again, it's one of those situations where you take Stanley Johnson and, you know, Devin Booker become a star. You know, and I see a few guys I like that they drafted behind them. Kira Lewis is one of my favorite guys. Tyrese Maxey ended up in Philly. But we'll see, man. I think you got to trust in Troy Weaver. But then again, I wish I can just get the Piston job, just to draft. And I can, like, you know, guys that's good and bad in football. But that's not really the case. You know, you got to know the character. If I give you this many $1 million and you go off the rocker, you don't work hard. So it's kind of tougher, you know, tougher to kind of scout these guys when they get money. And that's why people take these guys that come with two-parent household, to come from good backgrounds, instead of guys that don't. But hey, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think about the video. Can't wait to see Deividas in action. And honestly, I think he got to get bigger and stronger. But I think they're gonna play a lot of young guys this year, man. So, you know, like Isaiah Stewart got the body though. But hey, don't forget you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All my social media links in the description. Want to reach out for a video request, business inquiry, you want to advertise your business on the channel, I got you. Want to make a financial donation, Cash App CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link in the description. Best way to donate personally is share the video, hit the subscribe button, bell icon button as well. And also you can check me out at Goodfellas Sports TV on YouTube, Goodfellas Sports TV 2.0. You can check me out for all my live streams on Sportscastr. The link's in the description. Check me out there. Create a profile. You can comment and interact with me there. Appreciate the love, support. We gone.